In this course, we are learning about Tally Prime and Tally ERP. So how we are able to use all the Tally things. And Tally is a purely accounting software. So it's the accountants. So who are looking for that accountant jobs or business or self or any jobs? So the Tally is a very mandatory part. So we can understand Tally is the very easiest methods. We will go for that different modules in Tally. So we can go to that modules, how we are able to use in Tally. So that there are different modules we will learn in the day by day sessions. So what are the pre-requirements for Tally? If we can learn anything in Tally, we need to understand about that. So the common things are called like a basics of computer knowledge. The first thing, anything like that. The computer course means what? The fundamentals of computer is common things. And also it is required for that fundamentals of accounts. This is important things. So what are the fundamentals of accounts here? The fundamentals of accounts, like a understanding of about accounting terminology, like a ledger accounts, voucher transactions, like a debit and credit journal entries. But it is a like a commerce subject. Who knows commerce? Like a commerce students, commerce background, like a intermediate CSC, BCom, MCom, MBA. Those people they know very well. But what about the technical guys? Everyone they can learn. Just you can focus on like at least fundamental of accounts, preparation of day-to-day activities, ledger accounts. So how we can prepare these things? In this case, understanding of transactions are important. So the transactions are relevant of it is followed by sales, purchase, expenses, some kind of incomes, asset based, liability based. So we need to understand these all things in Tally. So the pre-requirements, the most of the things it is commonly we need to use these all are the important. So understanding of ledgers, you know, so you can understand that journal entries and ledgers. Okay, understanding of like a trial balance, then profit and loss, trading and profit and loss. It is called a trading and profit and loss account, P&L account, and also balance sheet. So these all are need to understand. So once if you can prepare your theoretical methods, it is easy to understand these all the things in Tally. Because the Tally is a purely financial accounting software. That financial accounting software we can run with the different things, you know, that kind of methods we can run with in the place of like a different business environments, like a service oriented trading, manufacturers. So any kind of methods, whether traders, manufacturers, service oriented people, everybody they can use with the Tally. Tally software is a very user friendly software. It's a very, very technical software. So that part we will understand very easily. But before that, we need to understand our organization level, how we are able to use with the things that is important thing. So we will discuss fundamentals of accounts at least. You can prepare like a pen and paper methods. You can write the procedures, which is a debit amount, which is a credit amount, as per rules like that, personal, real, nominal accounts. So the accounting terminology is very important because of the whole Tally is behind we are running a accounting methods like any kind of like based on like a balance sheet, like a profit and loss. These all are the common reports. But we have many other MIS reports are there. MIS means Management Information System. So this kind of reports are like a customer based reports, stock based reports, tax based reports. So many other implementations are there. So in the part of that method, how we are able to understand. I can introduce that. There are different modules are there about these three environments, like like a service, trading, manufacturing. So those three relevants, we can learn different modulations in it. Tally. The first module we are learning about that. fundamentals of Tally out of that accounting part. First, we'll discuss about manual accounting. After manual accounting, once we perfect, if you can get good confident about that manual accounting, then we can move to the Tally. Then it is called implementation process. So when we start with the implementation part, everything we need to understand about that, how we are able to work with the things, because the Tally is only for, it is a technical software, it is a mechanism, but everything we can maintain through accounting systematic methods. If you can loss of that method, you are unable to enter anything like that. Tally is what? It is just application based. Open the form, fill the form, submit the form. And these technical aspects we are learning through Tally. And this module we are discussing about that. First, we can go for that overview of Tally Prime and the different Tally versions. What are the Tally versions? So these versions we are learning like a before versions like that. So like a 3.0, 4.0, 4.5, 5.4, 6.3, 7.2, 8.19, ERP right now, Prime. So the difference between versions and what are the key benefits? The key benefits we are learning each and every version. The difference between ERP and like a Prime. So what is the difference between Tally like that, ERP software and Prime software? So we will discuss these two things as practically. We will show you. So once we started the practical, so what are the two difference? Some people are right now using ERP and they're migrated into the Prime. So that things you can understand very easiest method and how you can able to use with the licensing part. This licensing part just we can buy from the direct dealers. You can buy from the direct website through. So what are the methods of licensing part and how we are able to install? So right now we are using licensed user or educational mode. So we can go for that educational mode. Educational mode means what? Educational mode is the learning process. Licensed means what? Working process. The both are the same, but entries are same, but few things are, it is a different. I'll explain. And we also use with that a different interface and navigations. If you're using the first time of Prime, so this Prime interface is that very different comparing with that ERP, the comparison between ERP, the both frames are different. The working process may be same, entering of ledgers, entering of vouchers is the same process like that. But the user interface is like that, the screen level, it is a different methods. So we will discuss all together the practically. Okay. So this is we will covered into that module 1. And coming to the second module, it's a very simple way how we are able to create a company creation and configurations. So this is important thing how we are able to configure the things. The configurations are in Tally, the configurations are called like a F12. F12 is called a company configuration. And one more thing is there, F11, it is called company features. Company features. So how we can use that company features, like there are different features are there, like a accounting, inventory, then taxation, like a taxation, GST, TDS, service tax. So other manufacturing relevant, excise duty. It depends on the country level, depends on the state level. As per their rules, we have to use with the taxation part. So these three rules, three features are very important about all the modulations. Most of the module we discuss through these three features. The configuration is always, what is a configuration is, every screen behind a configuration. Screen means like a ledger behind a ledger configuration, voucher behind a voucher configurations. Suppose we have some reports. Every report behind a configurations like that, like a balance sheet, So the balance sheet configurations and print configurations, many different configurations are there in Tally. So that will be, you can understand practical methods. There is no readable documents. So if you can understand practically, if you can practice hands-on, this is the important thing, because of Tally is 100% purely practical subject. Practical means what? First, we need to discuss the behind the things. The story discussion is important. That means the story means how we are able to implement the things. Suppose you want to implement your organization, all the structure of data, all the financial aspects. Financial aspects means what? Including the production levels, how the production is being maintained, what about the raw materials. After raw material, when we are converting into a finished good, how the finished good material we can run. So different things are there, like a banking system, like a different cost center accounting system. Okay. Outstanding methods like a payables and receivables, we can discuss. But this model is very important thing. We can use them all together, because if we can operate your Tally, we must be learn these two things, F11 and F12. It is not a one-day process. So we will discuss all these two methods day by day sessions as per the requirements. So when we are maintaining that any concept based, we need to go for that these two things like F11 and F12 methods. Some cases we would like to use F11 and F12. F11 is what we want to implementing of our company level. Every implementation behind a F12 is common. Simple example, you have a mobile. Mobile behind what? Settings. Every mobile we can run with their features like apps. App is a feature, but every app behind or mobile behind the things we can go for the settings like a configurations. But in this case also we are using like that. So it's important thing. And also we will discuss about that, how to create, alter and delete a company. See, create means what? Entry level, how we are entered the things like that. And after that, when we want to modify the things, what are the things you want to modify? Modify means what? Editing. Suppose you have entered a ledger, one ledger you have entered. See here, you have entered like that, one ledger. If the ledger is wrong, if the ledger is wrong, how we are able to enter? So the entry level is good. The editing of the ledger, you want to delete the ledger, you can follow within the methods like that. So this is what we want to do that. Even you can delete a company. Company is the different methods. We will discuss that part. So technically we need to learn, but the core method is accounting things are very important. If you can run your Tally, if you can learn proper way in Tally, the behind the Tally, the accounting things are very important. That is main thing. Without knowledge of accounting things, we are unable to justify your Tally. Even if you can learn, you can't maintain proper way. So at least you can understand basics of accounts. So that parts we will discuss perfectly. Anybody they can learn it. There is no bother about that. Commerce, BE, BTech, and any other courses. If it is important for your career or any business purpose, you can use these all the things, guys. So we can go for that. And also we can use the security user levels, how to maintain the security like that. So these securities are very, very important like that. Different, that is the one of the concept is there, security control. Security control by admin, like a manager through users like accountants, which is allowed and which is not allowed, who can do that certain things, who cannot allowed to certain uh, reportings. Suppose accountant is there. Accountant, we can allow only inputs, not for print level, not for modification level. So these things we can implement all together practically. So every concept Every concept is we are implementing to practically. That practical part we are learning day by day sessions. It is not possible for one day. So we can go for that module number 2 here is, and module 3 is here. This module we are discussing about. See guys, the module 3 is ledgers and vouchers. The most of the organizations are running these ledgers. Already we had discussed it. What is that ledger? The ledger is two day-to-day activity methods like a debit ledger and credit ledger. Some cases we are following the debit, then credit. So how we are able to follow some kind of ledgers like a expenses based ledgers, income based ledgers, asset based ledgers, and liability based ledgers. And any kind of things we can follow the ledger accounts, that will be we can convert into a voucher transaction. Voucher transaction is, it is an activity. It is called a day book activity, like different vouchers like that. So that kind of vouchers are we can use with these all the things. So first we can create all the customers here, customer ledgers, vendor ledgers, expenses, many other things are there. We will discuss you all the concept to practically. And voucher books, or we can maintain the day-to-day activities or voucher books, like which we are paying, which we are receiving, which we are buying and selling, order based, some kind of adjustments. So in Tally, the different concepts are there. The concept by voucher concepts are, so how we are able to follow that voucher concept like that, accounting vouchers, and also one more concept is there, inventory vouchers. Inventory vouchers is nothing but stock relevant, stock vouchers. Generally, we can call stock vouchers. Accounting vouchers, mostly it is a mode of debit by credit. And also we can run with that single entry vouchers, some are double entry vouchers. Single entry aspect means there is no debit and credit mode. Double entry means what? We can go through that debit by credit mode of entries. Inventory vouchers means it's like invoices. Like a different invoices are there, purchase invoice, sales invoice, purchase order, sales order. That is the invoice mode, like a party details, description of the product, discount columns, like a GST columns. We can run many things like that. So this module is very, very important because if you can basically, if you can run a tally, the ledger and voucher is important, right? So how we are able to follow with that ledger and voucher methods? So this cases, we need to run that all together. So all are into that ledger transactions. Got it? So now we can able to follow within that these all things, how we are able to manage. Every ledger or voucher entry behind a F11 and F12 is there. So we will discuss all together F11 and F12 methods in Tally, right? So this is the third module, guys. We can go to that another module. The fourth module is completely inventory management. So what is inventory? The inventory management who will runs? Like a traders. Okay, traders and also manufacturers. Manufacturings. So the inventory is what? Buy the product, sell the product. The manufacturers, like a different manufacturers, like a food industries or chemical industries. Okay, many things like that. Okay, like a clothing, different categories. There is no particular one way of people. The traders, nature of traders working is what? They can buy the product and they can sell the product inward, product outward. So how we are able to manage this kind of methods? In the part of this method, we can learn about these things, guys. That is what? So creation of stock item, units measures, and different categories and different groups, different godowns. And also we can learn about that batches. So what is the batch? The especially for food industries and cosmetic products industries, like a beverages industries, they are following about that batches. The batches means like a manufacturing date through expiry date. We can see that label many products expire in 6 months, expire in 12 months, 24 months. So some kind of products there is no expiry date. Some products are warranty based. So they like a repairing, like electronic products are there. Suppose some medical products are there, food products are there. So any kind of things we can prepare in fundamental methods, inventory management. Once if you know that inventory management, we can go for different concepts are there. How to use the purchase orders, like that. We can go for that purchase orders, guys. And also we can go for that purchase orders, sales orders. Okay. And purchase invoice, delivery note, DC, delivery challan. Okay. Purchase invoices, delivery note, like a different manufacturing journals. So stock transfers like that, that is called a debit note. And also we can run about credit note. We can discuss maximum possible things, how many vouchers are there. We will learn about this, all the things. So the inventory management, the before is what accounting management things. It is a mixed subject. If you can understand the fundamental things, accounting, understanding about the inventory management fundamentals, we can move to that some different problematic methods. So, and also we can utilize this thing, the stock movement analysis, like a reports. What is movement analysis? Suppose a trader or manufacturer, they should maintain the movement analysis. The movement analysis means first 45 days, how much we sold out, how much we purchased inward and outward, 45 days frequent, 180 days, So the different frequent months, how we are able to follow it. So that cases, we need to know about that stock management. Many other reports are there. In the practical, we will show you that. Practical means what? Once if you implement the things, the reports may be implementing more. If you're not implementing any kind of concepts, you are unable to get. So based on their concept level, we can see that different reporting levels. So in this module, we are discussing about that, guys. So inventory modules, inventory also very easy to understand. It is a fourth module like that. Coming to that fifth module, it is a purely into the banking system. So what is the banking system? Like that, we are able to run with the banking system like that. Generally, we are calling a BRS, bank reconciliation statement. It's a very common concept like a intermediate level or degree level. These all are the common concepts. But generally, how we are able to follow it within that BRS methods. So the bank relevant of any transaction, business transactions, like we are paying to the other parties or any vendors, we collected from our customers. So between of transactions, like a any NEFT transaction, RTGS transactions, like a check based transaction, we are issuing a check to others. The same thing, we received the check from other parties, which is income. So how we are able to manage that statement based? So if we can manage your bank statement, we have a special concept is there, banking. In Tally, there is a particular one concept is there, banking concept. The banking concept need to understand how to configure your bank accounts, different bank accounts we can configure, bank reconciliation statements, and advice payments, different advice payments, how we are able to pay. So, and also we can know about the different print configurations, like a check printing configurations. We can know about these banking system like that, right? So this is also important method in Tally. We can see that another module here is, see guys, that is what we are going to use. So the next module is like a GST, taxation. See the majorly how many things? There are three type of features we had discussed, like F11 by accounting, inventory, and taxation. I'll show you in the tally. So this taxation methods, how we can configure that ledger tax configurations. The taxation must be, we can configure that. We can create the different ledger configurations like a CGST, IGST, SGST, TDS entries, local sales tax, anything. So if we can understand these structures of data, we need to know about all the practical methods. Behind practical, we will discuss about theory part. What is GST? Who will run the GST? Who are the dealers in the GST? Like who are the regular dealer, unregistered dealer, composite dealers, and how we are able to generate the e-invoicing, like that GST invoicing, how to face the written entries. For example, customer is return goods to our site, or we are returned to our product into our suppliers. And also we can discuss about different TDS and TCS, tax collected at source of income, tax deducted at source, TDS, TDS is professional, TDS is salary. Many other amendments are there. So this module is, we are discussing about the tally, how we are able to run with that, all the taxation structures, including the tax registration process and the configurations. So the technically we need to learn these all the things, guys. It's a very, very important for the GST in the sixth module. And coming to that, seventh module is a payroll management. See, what is payroll management? The payroll management, it is completely employee management, like that. Employee salary slip. Yes. How we can maintain the employee salary slip? What kind of salary slips we are maintaining, like that? Employee earnings and employee deductions. So some more deductions, some more earnings, like a basics of basic salary, HRA, DA, and some other benefits like that, medical benefits, traveling benefits, some kind of deductions like that, ESI, PF, PT. So how we can configure these things in the payroll? So this is the particular one module. It will take 1 or 2 day sessions like that at least. Understanding of the concept, then we can implement the concept. So most of the things need to understand their core level, then only we can implement the things. We can't directly open the tally, enter the level and execute the output, not like that. Need to understand behind the business environment, either employee or product or anything, ledgers or any cash based transactions, anything itself. So we need to configure these things, how we have to use that attendance voucher and pay slip for payroll vouchers, like that. Different payroll vouchers are there. Already we said like that. Payment voucher, receipt voucher. And coming to the payroll, different vouchers are there, like a attendance voucher, like we can pass. So these things we can follow about that payroll management. Okay, guys. We can go for that. Another thing about model number 8 is like financial reports. Actually, these financial reports we are using regular day classes, but also we can discuss about very special case like that financial reports. We can follow about that different analysis. The recently it was introduced that analysis part. That analysis is called a dashboard. That analysis is called dashboard. Dashboard analysis means what? For example, purchase dashboard, sales dashboard, auto generated reports. I will show you that what is analysis part in the tally. So, and also we'll discuss about that balance sheet regular ways. It's not a one day method. Every method, every problematic, we need to see the balance sheet is correct or not. So trial balance, see here, trial balance and cash flow, ratio analysis, cost center and budget accounting. This is the important topic like that. Cost center and budget accounting, we will show you practically. Estimation of budget, actual budget, how to estimate the actual budget and current budgets. how we are able to estimate how the difference between actual budget and your estimated budget, the difference amount, which is the positive and negative amounts. Suppose we estimated 100 rupees, the expenditure is like the 110 rupees. Sometimes we are expected 100 rupees, the expense only for 80 rupees. So what are the differences are? And also cost center management, the cost center accounting. The cost center accounting, if you can understand that, it's a every place you can utilize the cost center, the middleman. The cost center is the referral, anything like that. If you have done your payment through the person and whom through that activity will be done it. So this kind of structure of data we will discuss. We will give you a content, all the 8 modules content. Day by day sessions we will discuss with that. So different topics, topic discussion, topic implementation, how we are able to implement the step-by-step process, and we can see the reports and how to get the printouts. These all things we will discuss in the Tally module. So hope you everyone is understanding the session is clear. And also we can go for that another module here, 9th module, data security. I think first module we have discussed that, security control. So this is a very technical module in Tally, very technical module, data backup and restore, how to copy paste procedures, user securities like a remote access, multiple users, how we can access like that. Suppose you want to access your laptop, you want to access your mobile. So different servers through. So how we are able to use this access controlling multiple setups, and also user security control management. So already we had discussed that point, like admin and users, like admin is the owner of that, or a accounts manager, or a company owner, or anything. So how we are able to control? The controlling means what? Which things we can allow and disallow methods. That will be common things, which is we discuss at this point. So we can able to do this kind of process, guys. Next level is advanced features and customization. The customization is the different things. It's the company level, like that in that sales team will be done that as per your requirement. Whatever the software, if you are buy first time, that is the default structure is displayed. You want to customize your requirement as per your business things. You want to customize, you can customize it. The Tally sales team will be customize your accounts. And also how we are able to use with the Tally audit compliance features like a CA, chartered accountant features. And also we can run with the different ODBC connectivities and how we can use the integration of Tally data, importing, exporting. Importing means what? Other source of data into that Tally, like that. Simple way, like that, Excel to Tally. Excel to Tally. For example, PDF to Tally. This is the customization. But simple way, one more method, Tally to Excel. This is called like that, Tally to Excel, like a PDF, like a notepad, some other JSON formats, XML formats. So that will be, we can use these all the things. And also we can use that print configurations. How we are able to use the print configuration? Many print configurations are there. Every report behind a print configurations. As per the concept level, we are learning about the print configuration. Print configuration, it is not a standard method. We can learn through different method of things. That is how we are able to use with these all the print configuration, guys. Okay, so it is an easy process. Once if you learn the Tally is a very easiest module. And the total duration of the course is like a 30 to 40 hours. So we will issue a institution certificate. We will send you all the documentations, okay, notes, everything like that. Notes, each and everything we will provide you. We can see practically how we are able to use with that Tally. I can open the Tally. Yes. Just you can see on the desktop icon, Tally Prime. Just double click the Tally icon. The several minutes, the Tally is ready with your desktop. So the process is being running. So once the process is running, the Tally will be opened that main window screen. See, this is the main window screen because when you are open first time, this is the educational mode, guys. This is the educational mode. What is the educational mode? Educational mode is, it is the practical mode, like a student based. But transactions are 100%. Transactions are 100%. The difference between educational version and license based, the educational mode, we can't run all the dates. The most of the dates can be run in educational mode. First, the first, second, and 31st. These dates only we can run every transaction. But every transaction is 100% is correct. 100% is correct. But the thing is, we are unable to record mid of dates like that. Suppose 10th date, like 15th date of March, 25th of March, 27th of March. So we can't run it. In the practical mode of thing, you can run only for first, second, 31st. The licensed user, you can run all the dates. Whatever the dates we have, just you can run all the dates like that. Okay. See, this is the license screen. The license screen is displayed here. Once here is T for educational mode, U for use license, R for reactivate, A for active license. So if you want to active these things, you can activate these all the license things like that. But when we can go for that educational mode, so just we can run that all the educational mode like this. So if we can activate these things, you can go for it. So if you can buy from the Tally technical team will be activated your license. Even you can buy from the license through website. So if we can continue with the educational mode is a practical method. Just simply you can go for it. Say once you click on the educational mode, the Tally is ready with your screen, guys. So this is the whole window. Most of them, this is the whole window about that. See here. The entire window is this Tally screen. In this screen, we can understand about that all together. These all are the options. So this interface is a very different comparing with the ERP. These all are the menu through options. K for company level. See here, company creation, company alter, company change, company select, shut company. Shut means what? Existing company. And you can use online resources. These all are the online resources. These all are the features here. Security features we have discussed about. And also Tally valid password, online access. And this is the common things we are using. The most of the in Tally, we are using shortcut keys, 100%. 100% shortcut keys. Mouse is not required. Very simple navigation. Escape button, backspace button, enter button, shift, alt, and these keys like that, combination keys. Most of the situation we can use any concept you can take behind a shortcut keys. But how to learn the shortcut keys? One concept behind their shortcut keys and another concept behind a shortcut keys. For example, ledger relevant, ledger shortcut keys, voucher relevant, voucher shortcut keys. So concept level we need to learn, but we can't by heart. We can't read all the shortcut keys once. We can't remember. If you're working for voucher transaction, what is purchase? F5, F6, like F7, different shortcut keys are there. So this is called a common thing like that. K for company. The one underline, all the single underlines are alt button. One underline is indicates alt button. One underline. It is called one underline is called alt button. If you have a double underlines, it is called a control. There is no underline, direct key. If there is no underline, direct key like that, F1 is there. F1 is directly F1. P means alt P. M means alt M. Single underlines are there. right? So this is the commonly we are using in Tally. So this is a very common method. We can go for these things like that. So when we want to create a company, when we want to alter a company, means it we want to delete, you want to edit a company, it is called a alter. So these cases, some shortcut keys are shown here. And what about that Y? Y for like that. See, I can open here. See, Y for backup the company. So you want to back up your company for security purpose. You can restore the company. These things we will learn practically. Everything is practical. I'm not showing this is backup and this is restore like that. So the first time we are using like that, this everything we can go on through practical method, day by day sessions. Like that. So how to split company? Like a split company means for 6 months balance sheet you would require out of financial data like that. Whole financial year, you want to split the data into that for 6 months data. Original company will be there. And exchange, JED for exchange, data synchronization methods. The different migration data we can synchronize. And also we can use the import methods, import masters, export masters. How to import master one company to another company. For example, if this year 31st March has been end 2025. So next 31st March, 1st April 2025, we are beginning with the new financial period. So the most of the accounting is are following about that financial period, 1st April to 31st March. When you can go to that next financial year, 1st April, how you can transform your data? The business is run same. Only one thing have been changed. The date only changes. You know very well. But business aspects are not changing. Business environment is not changing. Same product, the same company. But financial period maybe changes. How you can transport the data into that old financial year into new financial year. So that would be called import export data we can use. And how we are able to share the data like that, share configurations. You want to attach your inbox to mail. We can use, this is the online configurations only when you are connected to licensed users. And also we can discuss about that print. Prints are many configurations are there. Don't worry. We will not set print configuration at a time. So these all are the common things we are using. We can see, we can create a one company first. So go to that, create, very simple. See for create, here all the icons are displayed. So the first time the company is displayed like this. See, this is the first time it is created the company level. So when we want to create a company, so this is the company path. See, once we installed a Tally, the Tally is generated a one backup folder that is called inside of a C drive, installation drive. So what is the every company creation, the data will be stored this place. It means the currently it is showing like that C drive, users, public, Tally prime folder, data folder, C drive, and everything is the folders. User folder, inside the public folder, inside the Tally prime folder, and data folder. You want to change your own path, you can change it. But most of the data is stored in this path. You want to change your own path, pen drive and other drives, a D drive and some H drives, you can change it. So this is a very important path is because of the Tally is every company it is created by number that is called a loading company. You can save any company name. The company name is not showing in your data folder. The data folder is not shown, right? So these cases we can learn about this company and see your company name. What is company name here? You can create the different company names like that. For example, you can write like that. For example, we can call SS Enterprises. So the company name is called SS Enterprises. So what about that mailing name? The company is the original. The mailing name is, it is a secondary name or which we want to get a printout purpose. You want to enter any short name for printout. Otherwise, you can keep on continue with that same SS name. You can continue. The mailing name is the purpose of main printouts. And you can give it them address where your business is located, either head office or a branch office or any other places like that. So that cases we need to run our Tally addresses. These details are belongs to your company requirements, which is your enterprise details. Then see here, next is state. The state is must, guys. Why? Because of if you are registered company GST, the most of the businesses are registered about GST. Who are running a GST or without GST also, the state should be must. But this case, we can selected a state. The state is like that, Telangana. The common address like that, address, website, email, and INR is common, Indian rupees. What are the last two things like that? Financial year begins with and financial year books beginning from. So every financial year begins with what? The current year is 2024 is running. After March, this month is March next level. It would begins with this date, 1st April 2025. So after 1st April, we will run every companies for 1-April 2025. So this is the commonly big books beginning means what? The same day we can begin the books. So that is the common date we can run through this option. So once if we can enter, see here. So if you can enter to all, so the data company will be saved. See here, enter, or press Control A to save. The shortcut key is Control A to save the data. See, once the save the screen, it's immediately, it would activated one more feature screen. Already we had discussed. So what is that, guys? F11. F11 is containing of three parts. See here. That is a single window. That window is, this is our company. These all are the features level. Yes, by show features, more features. If you can disable by no, these features will be disabled proper way. So the first would be have accounting features like that. These all are the accounting relevant, accounting management relevant. This is the inventory management and taxation and some other payroll management here. And these all are the technical points, online access, some more and some more other enabled like that. See here, different things. These all are the additional features, right? So whatever the additional features we have, just we can go for that method. Got it? So if we can run these all together, just we can use all together. See guys, how we are able to use. So when we want to run these things like that, so we can go for all together like a accounting features, inventory and taxation and some other payroll and other things. These all are very, very important for these all the features, because if you run a tally proper way, organizational level, any as a accountant, as a business person, we must be learn these all the features are important. There is no other things. Features are very, very standard features. Maybe configurations are some more configurations are there. I give you very clear hint about configurations are depends on the screen level. I'll show you that one example. So now you can enable which are required, which are not required. So for example, we are not working for right now taxation as part of learning. If you can use the, see, GST is already enabled, but we are not we are not working for the GST. This is the third, like a last module like that, last features. But this feature you can disable it right now. So how you can disable it? Just click to S place no for disabled. So when you disable no, payroll is no, payroll features are disabled. TDS like taxation features are disabled. If you can disable inventory also not applicable. See, now it is activated accounting and inventory. I'll show you that masters. These two things are masterings. The master of accounts, accounting masters, inventory masters, and taxation, and also payroll masters. The primary masters are 4. And the second thing are these all are the features level. So just save it once, enter to save. See what is meaning of S? Accept. S means accept the screen, simple screen. See, there are two companies are given here. See, So welcome is another company. SS Enterprises is our company. So we can close that other company. Closing means, the meaning of close here, it is called shut company. What it is, guys? Shut company. How to shut the company? Just go to that option is, go to K, Alt K, shut company. The shortcut key is Control F3. Which company you want to shut? Just click welcome company. See, one thing you can observe there, every company is generated a one number begins with the 10,000. That is called a loading company. Company is directly visible in Tally. If we can open a path of folder in the C drive, something I was shown you, that path is never seen your company name. The company is generated only for loading company of company code. So we will discuss practically this method. So then enter. See, this is your company is ready. So how we want to configure? Configure based means what we want to requirement day-to-day activities. So in entry level, the most of the thing in entry level like that, these all are the masters, the transactions, utilities like a banking and other than reports. These all are the reports and more reports. This is the special case about more reports, This is the main window. This is called a gateway of Tally. What it is called? Gateway of Tally means what? It's the main window of Tally, main screen. So the gateway of Tally, simple term is, you can go to gateway of Tally means what? Come to gateway of Tally. Back screen means what? The escape button, simply. See, if we can enter your inputs, so what we can do? It's here, create. The create by all masters are displayed. See, look into there. Accounting masters, inventory masters. See, some of the statutory details, very few. Actually, some other masters are hidden because we haven't activated the taxation and payroll masters. That is the reason it is not activated these all the master levels. So we can use with the master how we are able to use. When you can implement more, then it is used with all the things. So ledgers, what is the ledger? Ledger is the book of entry, how we are able to pass. Without ledger, we are unable to pass any kind of voucher. But in this case, before ledger, the Tally must be learned about that groups. See guys, what is Tally groups? This is the important topic about the group. The groups are converting into that. Some groups are expenses, some groups are income based, some groups are asset based, and some groups are liability. So some groups are liability based. So these four structures, the different groups are there. The groups are divided into like that. There are 28 groups in Tally. So this is a very special case we are learning in Tally groups, guys. Very, very special things we are learning into Tally, which are primary groups and subgroups we are learning. Right. So without knowing of grouping concept, we are unable to understand the Tally. You can't enter the Tally even. So the fundamental things are very, very strong knowledge. You can do it anything in Tally. In advanced, everything is easy because of the group of accounts, the group ledgers, group of vouchers. These things are very important. Then you can able to implement anything itself as per your requirement based. So we would like to learn about all the grouping level. So how the groups are understanding like that. I'll show you that. Alter, go to group. See here, these all are the groups, guys. See, this is the group list. The total groups are displayed in the different ways. See, here is how many groups are there, guys? The total groups are displayed here is the total groups are like that. See, 28 groups. So which are primary groups and subgroups. So both sides are there. Subgroups are there. So two things we can go for this live. Like a branch, capitals, assets, some kind of liabilities, some kind of expenses like assets, fixed assets, bank relevant, miscellaneous expenses, purchase, sales, suspense account. So these all are the common things. If you can implement your financial data into your organization level, you should know about all the things about group. But shall we by heart these all the groups? No. Groups need to understand, depends on the situation. We can follow all the tally groups. For example, expenses. Expense are two types, direct expense and indirect expense. Which are trade level expenses, it's called a direct expense. Which is a non-trade level like a admin expenses, like a profit and relevant expenses are called indirect expense. For example, car is there, fixed asset, building, fixed asset, which is sundry creditors and sundry debtors, like customers and suppliers. So we will learn these all the things before start the tally. We are able to understand these things, guys. So identification of ledger behind a group for tally. Out of tally, in the manual accounting, like a theoretical part of accounting, it is not required any group. So in the especially for tally, ledger behind a what will be there, group is there. So the group is, you can do the practically. We will share you some list out. We will provide you some stuff of all that group items. At least you can identify that. You can practice it. Practical problems we will give you. You can practice on pen and paper methods. So that will be important thing. Conversion of entries, writing of ledger their groups. Then tally will be easy. Without learning of what is group and what is ledger, if we can open a tally, what we want to do, there is no meaning. Yes or no, guys? This is what we are going to understanding about that grouping concept is very, very important. And once we run that grouping concept like that, you can understand about that all the ledgers. Ledger is easy. For example, go to that create. Create means what? Entry level. Alter means editing level. Chart of accounts means what? You want to display all the account list outs, either ledgers or groups or other things also. Simple way, entry level create by ledger. For example, capital under, see here, the capital, the below of the name is their alias. What is the meaning of alias? Alias is the secondary name of the ledger. You can call it capital. You can write any other meanings like investment, like a share capital. You can write it any other name. Capital, always capital group. You can look into there. In the right hand side, all the 28 groups are displayed. But 28 is not standard. 29th is our own group, that is called the artificial group. How to create more than 8 groups? That means 29th is our artificial group based on your area groups, based on different area wise groups like expense area, income area, customer areas, supplier areas, branch areas. Many things we can create as practically. Right. So this is what we are going to understanding the things about tally. Simple way, capital account. These all are the mailing details. If you can enter all the mailing details, just you can enter here. So then it's easy to do it. So if you have a opening balance, you can run the opening balance as per your balance, as per your day-to-day activity. Then enter. See, all the balance figures are displayed this place. I said very clear. Every screen behind a configuration. The configuration might be takes. This is the configuration screen, F12. So where the configuration is there, this is the place of area. This is the place of area. It is called a configurations. See, the configuration is always every screen behind. If you can press F12 key, otherwise you can click on this place. This is the, see, this window is, what is this window has called? This is called a shortcut menu bar. So this is called a shortcut menu bar or shortcut button bar. So most of the keys depends on the current screen, your shortcut keys will be activated. Many other hidden keys are there. We can't see directly. You can download the list out. You can take the printout is the list out, but practically you can't see it. So current situation, what is the current scenario, that means on the screen, depends on the screen. You can see all the things like that. See right now, see if you can press F12. See guys, if you can press a F12, then click it here or press the F12 button, configuration. See, many configurations are there. Suppose provide alias for names in case, but default is yes. Remember, the default is yes is there. In case, if I'm no with this option, when I press no, for sample, I'm explaining what is how the configuration is working. So screen behind a configuration, once we had changed the configuration, it is a standard. See, if I know this option, by previously it was yes. Right now, I'm know this option. I'm pressing the know this option. Just you can enter this save. So press enter to save or control A to save. See, when I disable that, you can look into there. See, alias column is disabled. Alias field is disabled, right? Again, you want to enable that, go to that same thing, F12. So yes to say like that. Again, save the screen. See here, alias is displayed. So the configurations are whatever the names, headings are displayed. These all are the configurations. Features are our depends on our requirement based. So different things we are learning, guys. It is not possible for one day session like that. So day by day things we are able to learn these all the things in Tally. Tally is a very easy. Once if you learn the Tally, if you practiced once, just you have prepared for that accounting things. If you are going for the interview, two things you need to prepare. One side is accounting terminology, the basics of account, and otherwise tally especially for Tally shortcut keys, Tally reporting levels, where the report is generated, how to show that outstanding, how to view the outstanding reports. So we have a path, we need to write in notes. Everything we can't remember every place, we can write running notes. It is easy to understand over all the things because of it is a practical subject. Many times I'm calling practical. See, this is what you're going to understand, the understanding these all the methods, guys. See, whatever the things you are entering, very simple, capital under capital account, then enter to save. It's over. For example, we have a asset like that, building, like a car under like the fixed asset. See why we are using the groups. If you are using a group perfectly, your report 100% is correct. Opening balance will be there or not, that is a secondary. So see here, the difference balance is displayed, but your group is perfect, your output is correct. If may done any wrong grouping, your output may be wrong. For example, expense into asset side, asset into expense side, if you can enter, all the reports will be gone wrong. Yes or no? So if you can run your exact report, because the Tally is, we are entering the input. So the most of the thing, our side is input. Our side is input is like a 20% only. And the Tally output is 80%. 80% is auto-generated report. Auto-generated reports. We are not preparing any report in single report because that is the Tally. The Tally can be prepared all the report to automation reports, guys. So why we are discussing these things, the Tally can be run all the reporting levels. That is what you are going to understanding these all the methods. So if you can run a Tally, so just you can use with the all the input levels. If you had any mistake about input, just we can change all the input level. How we are able to change? Like a alter by ledger or group or anything like a inventory management groups, anything like that. But outputs are 100%. See, you can go to that directly balance sheet. The balance sheet is displayed. While we are learning a group side, we can learn different methods. How to explore all the groups, how to get the printout, how to take that vertical column of outputs. See, these all are the default generated, and many other reports. See, stock summary, profit and loss, and other than display more reports. These reports are auto-generated reports. Even the dashboard. I said dashboard. This is the dashboard. See, when you can open your dashboard, the dashboard is prepared by default himself of Tally only. See, like a sales, purchase, cash inflow and outflow, trading details like a profit and loss details, assets and liability details, some kind of ratio analysis, bank relevant, many other reports will be generated. So it depends. If you are working more, your report will be accurate. End of the day, what we required? End of the day, we would require reporting dashboard. Analytics is required. Nowadays, most of the software is behind analytics, but Tally is introduced. Very good thing is introduced in Tally, the prime version. The dashboard analysis is introduced. Okay. Okay, guys. So this is what we are going to use. So we can run with the different things like that. Okay. So we can go for each and every method, guys. Okay. So this is the session for today's. We can go for furtherly in our next day two session.